What's going on? On this Friday with IDK Sports Pod. Y'all gonna have to bear with me today. I done gave a shout out to DC. I done gave a shout out to R&B. Bruh, I was about to get a shout out to the South, but I started looking, and I said, hey, what's the point of having a podcast if I can't play my favorite artist? So we about to rock a little bit. We about to rock, bro. We about to rock a little bit. I mean, it's too much to play. Like the Godfather of trap music, bro. This is what hey, you had Wayne in the South, but Gucci was right there. Mixtape legend.
Why are we there? I feel like a lot of people mention T.I. They mention Jeezy. Some people may mention Boosie. I don't think Gucci mentioned enough amongst
what's already done don't need to be said. It don't need to be said. People know. The people that's out there trapping know. And we still early. You know what I'm saying? But this is the early stuff. It's like this the main hits. You know, the main hits. We gotta play some of the main stuff. You know, like the
holiday season.
Hey, was you outside? Or was you in the house? If you had a DJ on it, was it real?
Hey, and you gotta take him to the trap though. You gotta take him like.
Hold on, we gotta
take him to the trap though.
But you're right. Because I'm not a new Gucci fan. I'm a true Gucci fan. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
tonight is never right.
What you know off the Will Chamber? What you know? Was you outside or was you in the house?
Present to the galaxy the self-icy.
Oh man, one of my favorite Gucci songs. I ain't gonna hold you. Surely have on what? You know what I'm saying? This is a podcast. I'm keep moving. Oh, I messed up. My fault.
Street certified.
They know.
You gotta do it for the kids. They just think it's all about TikTok dances.
They do. I'm gonna go. Okay. You don't get deeper in the bag. You don't get deeper in the bag. I play this at my wedding.
She bad.
I play this at my wedding.
She's great.
I'm here to attest that shit.
I walked into the reception of this. So you know
that's all facts. All facts.
Oh man. Oh, we still here. He still has stuff for the ladies. He has stuff for the ladies. You know. Had the women tracks. You know what I'm saying? What? We almost done. We gonna start this pod. I know I'm 4 minutes in. We gonna start this pod. I got a couple more. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have a DJ at the beginning. Did it really matter? Did it really matter if you didn't have a
Do you understand me? I'm a walking bike.
No, baby, rubber band me.
My kids on my ass, get your brains on my face. Tony Tiger,
man, oh man. Hey man, but Kenny, I think you're gonna enjoy this one though. I had to bring this out the archive.
Thank you. Why?
I can't lie.
Like burgers and French fries.
But we're gonna stop. I got one more to play. I had to do my thing. You know, maybe two more. I had to play the. You're a real Gucci fan. Hey, I don't roll a lot of dark nights. Hey, this song on the wrong night, you ready off the pole on this.
Well, we was about 4 deep in the car that night.
But the one thing that you should know, if you a Gucci fan, This is one song that I don't let slide. You're not a real Gucci fan if you don't know it word for word because it's been duplicated but never replicated.
Holiday season.
Never replicated. And if you're a real Gucci fan, you know every word.
I don't care who came out with a first day out. T Grizzly, Kodak, whoever you want to name, 42. Nothing.
Nowhere close.
This is
Nowhere
the only
close.
first day. This is the only first day out that matters.
That,
This is the only first day out that matters.
talk to him.
I don't want to hear it. Because if you say first day out, it's the only song I'm thinking about. It's the only one that matters.
Everybody got in the first part. I'm starting out my day with a no pancake, Mr. Stuff's and a silver sport. You got to be flag, but I don't care.
Already.
I'm back up in the kitchen with a little shit. You get 63 grams
With a
12 fit.
50 present midget.
As soon as it's gone, I tell another 60. My baby needs some shoes.
My auntie need a
Someone's coming real soon.
with that duffel bag. What that? And if a nigga shot me on the bus. All right.
Yeah, all right, we ready. We ready.
All right, we 7 minutes in, but I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? If like I was at work, I had to put this in a playlist just to get all the songs in because the playlist was getting long. I got like 30 songs on it.
Yeah, too easy.
Like if you went out here with Will Chamberlain 1, 2, 3, you know what I'm saying? Bird Print 2, you know what I'm saying? And it's bangers. I know it's bangers I didn't play. Everybody got their bangers they like. There's some bangers they play. I got Haunted House on here. You know what I'm saying? I got Heavy on here. Gucci Bandana. All right, we'll get off of it. Welcome to IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys and Gucci Man classics. No Gucci slander would be tolerated at all on this podcast. At all. My name's Anthony. My name's Anthony. This is my main man, Kenny. We 7 minutes in doing the intro, but we here on this Friday with Let's Talk About It. Shout out to everybody tuning in, tapping in. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. This is your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. I know some people might be tapping in a little late if you are with us and watching the fight. Hey, I appreciate you because I ain't gonna lie, my TV on it right now too. I can't.
In the bike. In the bike.
I can't even hold it, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, man, how we gonna start today, man? I gotta start this first segment, man. By who mans is this, bro? Who mans?
I love this segment.
Like, who mans is this, bro? Like, first we're gonna start with the fighter that's fighting this weekend with Shakur Stevenson coming out. I don't got the direct quote, Kenny. If you got it, I mean, I can paraphrase. He basically called one of the greatest pound for pound boxers of all time a bum. Talking about Sugar Ray Robinson, which like through generations have been known to like as the best pound for pound boxer ever. You know what I'm saying? Fighting with a lighter glove, a thinner glove, fighting 15 rounds, and really like, you know, like he made the name Sugar. It's a reason why everybody can't get the name Sugar as a nickname. Like you have to, every man that has the name Sugar as a nickname for boxing has been like that because of Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Leonard was like that. Mosley was like that. Like you gotta be like that. That's why you don't who walking around with the name Sugar right now. That's been given that.
That's been at that level. No, unless it's somebody slipping my mind. No.
Yeah. So like, just like for you to say that shows that your lack of respect for the game, your lack of respect for your heritage, and then it also shows desperation. You're trying to sell a fight. Ticket sales must have been looking real bad. Them early pay-per-views must have been looking real bad. I got to mic checked out, bro. These early pay-per-views must have been looking real bad. Well, you had to say something crazy like that to drum up some publicity for your fight, bro.
All right. So some of the stuff he said I'm just speaking about Shakur right now. I'm not even sure if I'm clear to say this right now, but I'll give a quick synopsis. Um, he said he was buns, per quote. Said Sugar Ray Robinson was buns,
That's crazy.
and he goes on to say, I mean, really, who is he fighting? I mean, all white boys, is what he said. That's what he said.
You know
He
what he had
said,
to
yes,
deal with the refs and the crowd and everything. Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about?
it's like his ideology behind the whole stance is that I mean boxing has evolved. Yeah, into what? Into what? It evolved into a place where y'all doing a lot of rucking, a lot of running. If we're being more specific, there's reasons why you guys are the reason why they're even talking about reducing the size of the ring. You know what I'm saying? And to even go back to Sugar Ray Robinson's time, it was more of a show. And I say that because it was counted on punches landed. The scoring was different. They fought, for 15 rounds. You know what I mean? So reaching a decision, which really wasn't the goal in a 15 round fight, we're hoping that it's pretty much to the last man standing is what that system was built on. You don't have no room to criticize or critique. You want to use the idea of, oh, he didn't even know how to put his hands up. Ain't nobody, we not ducking no smoke in that era. We walking in saying if he dies, he dies. if they just have to carry me out on a stretcher, then that's the case. The point of boxing back then was to see who's the tough. If you was to sit down with your grandfather, your great grandfather at this point, they would say, if you talk about a man's man sport, there was football, but they would all say boxing was that legit barometer of separating the men from the boys. Yeah, we're talking about boxers that split time from their part-time job and still found time to get in the gym and work on their craft. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're talking about guys that fought 8 times a year.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a different era of the sport. And to not credit that, what are we really saying? I mean, unless this is a big troll job, then I need you to say it.
I think that's what
Because
it
if you
is.
want to pull this whole thing about pull up Robinson's tape, let's pull up
Pull up
your
your
tape.
tape. Let's pull your tape, big dog.
Let's pull up your tape. Defensive mastermind. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Let's pull up your tape. Track shoes. Let's pull up your tape when folks are walking out your fight.
Because
Main
they're
event.
boring. Because they're boring. They were boring. These fights were boring.
Let's pull up your tape.
Yeah.
Since we talking about it,
Yeah.
let's pull your tape up. So nah, bro, I can't let you get away with that. I can't let you get away with that. You know what I'm saying? If it's not just for the legacy of the sport, it's for the love of the sport, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that. And I respect all fighters.
Yeah.
And while you at it, this is my last comment. I'm gonna pass it back to Ant. Put some homage on that boy. Put some respect on that boy's name. Because Sugar Ray went 41-0 before he lost to Jake LaMotta. And why he lose to Jake LaMotta? He moved up to middleweight to fight Jake LaMotta. He was 41-0 as a welter. 41-0.
And the thing
Do
about it,
something in the sport first.
and the thing about it that makes your comment so irrelevant, Shakur, that nobody gave a fuck. Like nobody cared. No boxer responded. Everybody just said you and just kept it moving, bro. You saying Robinson is a bum. Look at his tape. Bro, look at your tape. You couldn't even be in the same gym with Sugar Ray Robinson, bro. Not even the same
You ain't
gym.
stopping. You ain't stopping
I
this
get it.
shit.
You get bad boxing takes sometimes. I mean, people still kicking my ass for saying that George Foreman and Deontay Wilder would be a good fight. Like, and I get it. Sometimes you make a bad take. Just apologize. I apologize. I literally said that George Foreman might take an L to Deontay Wilder. That's crazy.
Some of us fly off the handle. We all give grace. We give grace here, but sometimes you just gotta draw the damn line, bro. I'm looking at it now. Sugar Ray Robinson's record, his official record, 174 wins, 19 losses, 6 draws, 109 KOs.
Yeah.
That's over 200. That's over 200 fights. Probably right at 200 fights.
Yeah. So
So you tell me.
it's crazy. Really shouldn't be. I mean, it's just you trying to sell. At this point, you trolling and trying to sell. You're trying to sell, Shakur. I get it. Nobody's buying your dads and ain't nobody dads and subscriptions ain't going up because of you. I get it. I get it. You're not really a main event fighter. You're really a mid card guy. Maybe a co-main on a good day. I get it. You scared you might take this L and nobody ever talk about you again. I get it. I get it. I get it. You got to make the money now. I get it, bro. It's cool. It's cool, bro. The next one, who mans is this, man? Man, Ryan Clark tried to tell us who mans this is. I think I said a great job of how who mans this is. Man, this goofy dude called Robert Griffin III, bro. It's so you've fallen so far from being the man in Chocolate City, DC, the man in DC, to the man that nobody wants to come around. When they come around, you like, I want to be around him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you find enjoyment in kicking a 23-year-old woman's back end or amplifying people that want to do it. It's already been said, so I'm not gonna be scared to say it no more. Not scared to say it, but I ain't fearful of saying it. It's a lot of racial things that go on between the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese so-called rivalry that has nothing to do with the players. It's just people that don't like a confident black woman. You got them, you got the racists, you got all of that, right? So when she was called to be the cover athlete for the WNBA edition, shout out to her for being the cover athlete for the WNBA edition of NBA 2K26, about to drop her own shoe with Reebok, signature shoe. You know what I'm saying? Really doing big things, wins and wins, and actually playing really good basketball right now, too. On a tear. The Chicago Sky is starting to play a lot better because her and Camilla learned how to play together. You know what I'm saying? I said when her and Camilla start to learn how to play together with that high-low, they're going to be a force. They're going to be all right. And now they need some shooters. They go call Kendi Carter from Mexico until they come back, until they sorry. But that's a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? But, and of course, when she was announced as the 2K26 winner, the cover athlete, now here comes the racial things. People put bricks on their hands, and then one person put the monkey with a Sky jersey on. It's the internet, it's social media. People gonna be ignorant, right? That clip for over 24 hours only had 6,000 views at the time and 22 likes. Until this goofy cornball dude named Robert Griffin III comes again trying to be so-called helpful or a savior on a clip that nobody was looking at. He comes in, put the clip on his page, and says, "Oh, this needs to stop. There's no room for racism anywhere." And then that's a short paragraph. That's like when you got like, and Kenny, because you took it twice. When you got like the the paper and you got the introduction and then you got the body and the conclusion. You remember, right?
Nah, it's fresh in my memory. They nailed that lesson down for me in school.
Yeah, because you got the introduction with a couple of lines. That was a couple of lines. There always no room for racism. Then it comes to, but I said this. It went here. She made things that made my family get death threats. She did this. I talked to her in a circle, made it about him and his thing with Angel Reese, while all having the clip underneath the tweet. Bro, how goofy can you be? drove it from 6,000 views to 6 million views and over 64,000 likes because you put it on a platform as big as yours. And you can't tell me he didn't know that his platform's not that big. He knew what he was doing. It's engagement farming. It's troll. It's whatever you want to call it. And again, Ryan Clark's whole thing was you don't have black women in your corner, or even at this point, I don't think you have black people in your corner that'll tell you that's goofy. That's not a good look. Take it down. It's still up. He took it down. It's still up, if I'm not mistaken, on his page. But then you get mad and play victim, like I'm not seen as a real black man. Y'all tearing down the black man. So what are you doing to a young black woman? My brother, you know. But when somebody call you a cornball or goofy, we should be, hey, bro, Rob Parker, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You that's great investigating reporting. You knew before the rest of
You broke a story. You broke
it.
a
And we
story, and we
kicked this
wasn't
back
ready to hear
in
it.
for it. He lost his job and everything for it. But actually, he ain't do nothing but tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe you was trying to help. I don't know. Hey, man. Kenny, go ahead, bro.
No. I'm gonna answer your question. No. I think the last time me and Ant did this, we engaged in a little bit of sparring. I ain't got nothing in the tool bag for you this time, brother. I ain't got nothing in the tool bag for you. Wrong is wrong, champ. You can't be the savior and the survivor. You
Hey, what's
can't
the point of
be,
retweeting the clip? Nobody saw it.
bro. It
Why
was
is it on your
not
algorithm?
on my timeline.
Why is that on your
It
algorithm?
wasn't.
That's what I want to know. How is that
That's
coming up
what,
on your algorithm?
that's what I'm saying. You just mentioned something about 6,000, like only 6,000 people that saw it at the time. It never crossed my algorithm. It never crossed my timeline. That's
Damn.
not what my timeline shows me. And I'm at every corner of sports, a professional sport or high school, collegiate. I'm at every corner of sports.
Same.
So that type of stuff that type of foolishness, ignorance doesn't even come across my timeline. So again, to
We see
Evan's point,
ignorant stuff. Bad takes and ignorant stuff. We see it.
right?
We see that.
And even my timeline is allotted for bad takes. There's a space in there that's allotted for troll jobs, for engagement farming. It's allotted for stuff like that. But you, sir, you took it a whole nother level. I gotta question just being completely tone deaf.
He is. Nobody doesn't tell him.
Nothing about those sentiments you shared uh, showed any bravery.
Who
Showed
wanted your
any
protection, big dog? Nobody.
you willing to risk your machismo. You're willing to risk or sacrifice or being the bigger man, however you want to word it. Nothing of that was on display in that tweet. None of it.
Yeah.
Because in the same breath, like Andy said in this little cliff note at the top, you talk about your fight against racism, but also in the same breath, you want to mention how, you know, I was 110% right on her hate for Caitlin Clark. And there's people in her circle that even told me herself that she hates Caitlin, and how I all this was all supposed to be about sports and this part, but nothing of what you said dealt with sports. There's no integrity to your journalism. Your ego's hurt.
Yeah.
Your ego's hurt. Because what should be a shining moment for Angel, the shoe deal, the potential shoe deal coming out, cover athlete. She's on a run right now, a double machine. You know what I mean? They clicking in Chicago. You know what I mean? Like she's on an all-star team, reserve spot. You know what I'm saying? But all of that just pales in comparison to your shining light in Caitlin Clark. And if we're keeping it hot, if we actually are doing sports journalism, what has Kate? I mean, I ain't gonna shade Caitlyn, but you know what I mean? Like that Commissioner Cup, she wasn't a part of that. I give her her tokens for winning Rookie of the Year. I give her tokens for being an assist leader.
Yeah.
She's still a good player, but so is Angel Reese, and that's
Yeah.
the reason why she got the cover athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't knock her accolades because it is still an achievement by putting this racist cloud on it. It's not worth it. Don't down her. Don't down this accolade for her for some like I ain't about to cuss, but for some BS.
Yeah.
That's BS, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like she's a star athlete. And yeah, so what? She didn't win anything just yet, but neither did Carmelo when he was on the cover. Neither did Luca when he was on the cover. Neither did Damian Lillard when he was on the cover. Neither did Devin Booker when he was on the cover.
Paul George.
You know what I'm saying? All of these are cover athletes, and Angel Reese is on a tear right now. So yeah, she deserves that spot.
And she's a name. She's a name for the WNBA.
And she's pushing the brand forward.
Mm-hmm. I feel it, bro. It's crazy.
Just give, you know what I'm saying? If we're being just sports journalists at this point, talk about the sports, bro.
Yeah.
Because you trying to carry this flag of, you trying to carry this flag of fighting for what's right, bro. You fighting for what's alt-right right now, if I'm being honest.
Hey, talk to him.
And that's not the banner of true inclusion. That's not the banner of inclusion, bro. Yeah. That's not the banner of what's equal and what's fair. That's not what you're doing right now. In whatever regard you post that message, bro, nobody was in your ear to tell you, like, hey, bro, this is not about you. This isn't about, your issues that you have with whatever fictitious story you want to post up about, talking to people in Angel Reese's inner circle, stories about death threats about you and your kids. But this is not the time and place. If you want to address the issue, address the damn issue, which is putting up some foolishness about Angel during an accolade moment.
Yeah. So man, hey man, enough of them cats. They goofy.
Man, I'm sorry. That's just goofy, bro.
But what we got? Hey man, can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear it? It's in the air. It's in the air.
And the man on the field gotta see me. It ain't no the next man on the motherfucking schedule. Let's go. Talk that shit. We ain't talking no shit. That's how we do it. I promise you that shit. They may look like they want,
but they don't want it.
He don't want it.
They go find out.
Hey, I saw that clip circulating again. Hey man, one more time. Run it back, bro. It's the
gotta see me.
He said, "Grandma, that's what we do."
The next man on the motherfucking schedule.
And my fault is just the next man on the schedule.
Yes, sir.
Whoever that assistant coach was, he needs a raise.
Oh, hey man, college football, man. Hey, I know Norfolk State and Townsend, we got 50 days, baby. I think it's actually less than that. We under 50 days. Camp about to open up for college football. The Hall of Fame game is July 25th. Mm-hmm. Hey man, can you feel it? Can you smell it? Can you hear the pad?
Close.
It's getting around that time, baby. It's getting around that time. That man said, "That's Bama. That's what we do." Ain't my fault. He the next man on the schedule. Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. We getting close. We getting close to wrapping up these little cute spring workouts. You know what I'm saying? We getting it's about that time to start putting y'all cones away. Put your little cute. You know what I'm saying? Time to put the pads on.
Yeah.
It's time to put the pads on.
It's right around the corner, man. And hey, bruh. Hey, can't come too soon, bruh. Can't come too soon. Shout out. I'm gonna shout out some media days. I know the MEAC Media Day, even though y'all ain't let us come to that mug. You know what I'm saying? Fuck y'all.
Heavy on that. Heavy on that.
MEAC Media Day is actually being held at the Baltimore Ravens Stadium, July 22nd. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Nah, shout out to the MEAC. Good big name coaches there. You had Deshaun Jackson and Mike Vick to like other names. Like Trey Oliver is a name. And he ain't trying to lose. You know what I'm saying? Dennis Berry, South Carolina State, the reigning champs, they got some dogs down there. You know, Trey Oliver got time, Larry Scott trying to beat Hampton finally, hopefully, maybe, probably not, But shout
We'll
out,
see.
to MEAC SWAC Day. MEAC Media Day. Let me see when the SWAC Media Day is actually next
July.
Wednesday.
Yeah, July 16th.
Yeah, so July 16th is SWAC Media Day, Football Media Day. You got any other ones you know about? Because I ain't really been paying attention to two I really care about. CAA Media Day,
Go.
you can look that up. For Hampton and A&T, they do theirs like I think they do a Zoom call though. CAA Media Day is July 24th. You know, that's 2024. Hold on, that's 2024. Hold on. What's the athletic conference? I think it's July 24th. I don't know. I think it's July 24th, but football media day is starting to hype up. And when college football, once media day happen, that means camp is here. Camp is here. Ain't no more transfer portal. Ain't no more going to talk to your mom and daddy. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what my son can do, NIL deals. Hey, man, we here now. Earn it. Earn your spot now.
Now it's time to earn that check.
Yeah,
Now it's time to earn that check, playboy.
put the pads on, man. Football right around the corner. So we, I'm saying, like you said, training camp about to open up. When training camp? Don't training camp start next week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, training camp start next
Here,
week.
brother. We
Hey, man,
here.
all them guys has been drafted. Where you gonna be at? Hey man, time to win a job now. It's time to hey, Philly won the championship. Now it's time to defend. That's over. Once camp open, hey, last year was last year. It's a new journey. It's a new
I
journey
agree.
now. So
It's a couple storylines, I mean, I'm looking towards like a couple sophomore seasons. You know what I'm saying? A few folks came out hot last year, trying to see how that, is there any sophomore slumps,
yeah,
which is, could be due for some or just non-existent for others. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Some position battles at the college level.
yeah,
Um, you know what I'm saying? As far as QBs go, usually that may last until like what, week 1, week 2, week 3 in college football, just to see who's gonna be the band for the rest of the year.
yeah,
But this is the time. And shout out to EA NCAA college football for those who celebrate. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? For
Cause
those,
I've been
those
playing.
that
I've been playing it since Monday. I'm enjoying it. I'm out here, I take the Charlotte 49ers, you know what I'm saying? Good group of guys, we out here hard,
Don't build a program.
build a program. Yeah, like you said, storylines, man. Like I'm this year I'm really we're gonna highlight all football, but I'm really highlight HBCU football a lot. That's what I watch. I'm gonna keep it a buck. On Saturday, I'm on ESPN Plus and stuff watching that. Hey, of course you got Norfolk State, Mike Vick. Hey, what's it gonna be like? All the hype is there. All the hype is there. We've been getting some really good looking players. Hey, what we gonna look like this year? What we gonna look like? Cause we was supposed to be a team that was on the rise. Got rid of the coach, tried to get a name, got the name now. So we're gonna look like this year. You know what I'm saying? Um, but excited to see what A&T look like. If A&T gonna get back to A&T, Coach Gibbs is there. Hope he said his name right. Is it Coach Gibbs? I don't know. My dad in the chat, he'll correct me because well, my mom here should correct me. Coach, but I want to see Auntie get back to Auntie. I can't help it. from Greensboro. You know my family, my whole family went to A&T. Grew up in that stadium. So I would love to see A&T get that A&T because seeing them get beat by Hampton by that much was crazy. that,
Woo!
was, that was crazy. Well, curious about Hampton, not the interim no more. You the main guy. You the head guy now. Had a good year last year. Overseed expectations. Whipped A&T's ass at homecoming. You know, uh, you won some CAA games. Beat Howard. I think y'all won like 5 games last year. I want to say, did y'all go
Yeah.
even? Something like that. So now you the main guy now.
We won. Yeah, we won the games we needed to.
Yeah.
We won the games that get you a
Beat us,
job. That's all
the
they got.
Saints, you know what I'm saying? So you won what you need to win. I'm excited for that. And then I want to see what South Carolina State with Chennis Berry look like. Got a different quarterback. They want to see that Trey Oliver got his quarterback coming back. Had a decent year last year. Trying to see what that looked like. And then the SWAC, I'm really excited for it because the SWAC is like a change of the guard. They was more like an air it out, throw the ball over the field offense. They got a lot of defensive coaches down there now. You got Tremaine at Prairie View, Sam Shade at Alabama A&M, Jackson State like they even better this year with TC Taylor. That's a really good coach. He a defensive guy. Got a lot of defense. Southern look like they can be okay, maybe. A lot of defensive guys down there now. First big matchup between HBCUs is Tennessee State going to A&T and Tennessee State playing for the first time in a long time in Tennessee State, at Tennessee State in Nashville. So I'm excited to see that game. Just excited to see some storylines in the HBCU world play out. I think we got some good things going on, and with some big names there. With Deshaun and Mike Vick being here, and the SWAC where you got like some football coaches that got some real pedigree. Tremaine Jackson almost won Division II national championship. Sam Shade rebuilt Miles. Like it's some names out here in the HBCU world, and I'm gonna kick it back to you on the FBS side, on the bigger school side. Excited to see what Florida do with DJ Lagway being healthy. Really excited for the SEC season. I hope that Beamer got a defense. I think Lenoris is going to take another step this year, but that defense last year was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Another team in the SEC to watch out for. Texas A&M might have found their quarterback. That defense was crazy. That man know how to build a defense too. So that Texas A&M is a dark horse. I know everybody like Texas and Arch Manning. People forget the end that Texas and Texas A&M game was to go to the SEC championship game. So I know we just talking about the SEC, but it's a lot of Mark Stoops kind of on the hot seat at Kentucky. Like he done built Kentucky to be a program, but Kentucky is now starting to feel like, hey, maybe we could be more. Maybe we could do a little bit more. Arkansas, Sam is a good old guy, good dude and everything, but Arkansas is like, maybe we could be more. How does Tennessee bounce back after losing Nico? Alabama, Kellen, what's his name? Kellen DeBoer or whatever his name is. I think he is a great coach, but is he a Bama coach? That's the real question. I think the man can really coach. I really personally. I think if he don't make it at Bama, he'll go somewhere and be great. I think the man can did it on the high school level, Division III, Division II, at Washington, did it all levels. I think the man's a great coach, but is he Bama? Like it's hard to fill the shoes of Nick Saban. Even if it was a guy between Gene Stallings and Nick Saban, right? It was a guy between Bear Bryant and Gene Stallings. So are you just that rebound guy until we find
you get to the guy?
And is our guy maybe, may I say, a Kiffin, even though he signed a contract? Or is our guy Dan Lannon out of Oregon? Is our guy Kirby Smart? Is that our guy?
Spin the block.
SEC looks loaded. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see the SEC look like. Not too hype on the Big Ten. Not even gonna lie. I don't really think the Big Ten is all that great. And that's a hot.
Aha! That's actually one of my biggest what ifs.
Yeah.
So, for as long as you and I have known it, well, I mean, our college football history goes back a while. Like we remember the Miami and Virginia Tech days. Like we go back. We
You
go
remember the
back.
ACC was good? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you about to say we go back somewhere. I can tell you when there was a Big East. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But for I say recent history, SEC has ruled the board when it comes to national championship games or national championship appearances. One of the things that has been pointed out to me is that we could be possibly looking at the third straight year where the SEC isn't even in the game. They haven't making a national championship appearance. This could possibly be year number 3.
Hmm?
So
Is
what
that an
exactly?
indictment on the SEC or indictment on how is that even like a thing or like how hard it is to win the, like to get there? How, like the gauntlet that you got to go through. Have you seen some of these schedules? Have you seen the schedule?
Yeah, but I mean, the standard has always been the standard, though.
I get it, but it ain't the talent is a lot. Everybody's who thought Kentucky beat somebody, bro. Kentucky wasn't like you had some games you
But,
thought you could
but
win. Jokers is losing to Vandy. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's my point, though. And it was always seen like Vandy was always looked at a team that was just you know easy to just skip past. You know what I'm saying? Just because they get handled by Georgia, they get handled by Alabama, or they get handled by LSU. You know what I'm saying? But there will be games where Tennessee, I remember a lot of games in recent history where like probably like in 2015, 2016, where Alabama be on a run and then it looks a little against Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? That again, and we talk about a vaunted Bama team.
Yeah.
But we just don't like, well, that's just SEC football. But my point of bringing that up is because exactly that. It was always like you're always playing the creme de la creme. There was no weeks off. You know, if I'm playing Kentucky this week, I'm going off to play Florida, you know what I'm saying, next week. And I got Tennessee. Then
But
I
them
got to go
teams
see
now, it's like
Mississippi
even
State.
back then though, the talent gap is got closer. Let's keep it. God dang, I'm about to make the Midwest people mad at me. Who you got to beat in the Big Ten? For real. Let's be frank. Who you got to beat in the Big Ten? Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan.
Iowa.
No, shut up. Okay, I'll say Iowa in there.
Michigan, Michigan State.
All the rest of the Big Ten schools are living off of. You got to be Oregon now because you got to play Oregon. I give Oregon. USC if USC is decent, but they I can't even say all the Big Ten schools are living off of pedigree from back in the day. Ain't that hard to win the Big Ten? The SEC is like it's a like the run that South Carolina went on. South Carolina ain't been like the teams now. The gap is closing on some of these teams. It's hard. Like coming out with 3 losses in the SEC is there, and then win the SEC championship. You damn near won in that championship. You never played the creme de la creme. Ohio
Yeah.
State played who in the conference championship? They play Indiana. Who did Ohio State beat in the conference championship? Penn State again or Indiana or Penn State?
Penn State.
Penn State. And then who won that championship last year?
Jesus, has it been that far? Notre Dame.
Notre Dame won?
No, I don't even remember.
No, I thought
Who
Ohio
won?
State. Yeah,
Ohio State won.
yeah, it wasn't close. I thought, but like, but does anybody feel like Notre Dame would have got there if Beck didn't get hurt and Georgia had their starting quarterback in that playoff? If Beck didn't get hurt, like that game between Texas and who was a really good Texas and Ohio State.
Texas and I'm gonna play. You talking about the playoff game?
Yeah,
They killed Clemson. Was it
I can't
Georgia?
remember everything, but the SEC with Texas added, A&M added, you know, Mizzou was looking real good for most of that year, then fell off. Like Arkansas was beating people at home. Nobody wanted to see South Carolina in the year. If South Carolina got in that playoff, it might have been a problem for a lot of people. They was hot. Florida was looking great until DJ Lagway got hurt. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Uh, like it's just so much talent down there. And then that's why everybody had a problem with Indiana. Like bro, who did you beat? The Big Ten is not that good. It's top heavy. The SEC is like any given Saturday, bro, or Thursday, whenever they play. You know what I'm saying? Any given Saturday. Like, that's why everybody don't give respect to the ACC. You know what I'm saying? Because like it was like Clemson was good, but like how good is the competition, right? And SMU, how good is the competition, right? I just think like even coming into this year, where almost every team has their quarterback. Florida got Lagway, South Carolina got Lenore's. I don't know who Kentucky got. I think Missouri got their guy. A&M got the young brother Marcellus. I think it's Marcellus.
Marcel Reed.
Marcel Reed. Arch Manning's at Texas. Arkansas don't got their guy. Bama got who was at Bama? They
I think they're rolling with Todd Simpson this year.
you know, like everybody, got the boy at LSU that I don't think is that nice, but he's, good enough. But like everybody, this is like the year now. The difference between the SEC and the Big Ten were getting the quarterbacks. Right? SEC was known to have great defense and mediocre quarterback play. Now they're getting quarterbacks. That's why I think it's not making it close in competition. The SEC was not always known for every team to have a good quarterback. They was known for having great defenses, great running back, and the most athletic O lineman that you could ever find. But now you add that now that I got now I can go get a quarterback if I want.
Great equalizer, yeah.
Right, like who messing with us?
And I do add one chip on top of that is the scheme is a little bit different. So you talk about in past where it was built on like a strong athletic offensive line, and you got you a damn workhorse as a running back. That was the offensive system. Now a lot of spread offense has been introduced to the SEC. Ergo Georgia, ergo LSU. That's how you got those Joe Burrow championship team. You got Bama when they was going with Tua. You know what I mean? Like a lot of spread offense attacking offenses. So now that the scheme is a little bit different, it's like, yeah, we need an actual guy back there under center. Saying kind of taking the air out the room, and instead of just playing like this 3-yard cloud of dust type of football that the SEC is used to. But to Anthony's point, you got this great equalizer now that's being a great equalizing element being added to the SEC football of having a damn good quarterback.
Yeah.
Great equalizer. You know what I'm saying? Change the game on his head. It's like, hey, now a lot of nickel, a lot of dime packages are being introduced to defenses down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it used to be like
look at the
3
receivers
linebackers all the time.
Look at the receivers they've been getting lately. Like LSU, they had a run. Now Alabama got like look at the receivers that's been spread out around the SEC. Dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, even if the SEC team don't win the championship, I mean the playoff, I'm not going to disagree with the champion. If you win the playoff, you win the playoff. But I still think winning the conference championship regular season or the game in the SEC is still like damn near saying you one of the best teams in college football. Period. Hands down. Because you beat probably some of the top 10 teams, like 3 or 4 top 10 teams in the country. You know what I'm saying? So, man, football around the corner, bro. People just happy, bro. Ready to see some football, dog. Ready to see some football. Segue into the topic of the night, man. We're gonna have to play this because my man, hey man.
Take that smile, started selling dope.
You better watch that topic.
On that bitch, the brains blowed out with the.
Hey man. My man, hey, sport betting and affecting athletes, man. Hey man, we already had Michael Porter Jr.'s brother. Hey, it's Fed time for doing that, man. It's Fed time for doing that. Now you got Malik Beasley being investigated. It don't look good for my brother. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. It don't look good. Man getting investigated. They found out he in tons of debt. I don't know how you owe your barber $30,000. That's crazy. Getting your check. Yeah, getting your check garnished, and you an athlete that making millions of dollars is crazy. Like them having to send a check to Detroit business to garnish your check is crazy. That's crazy. But I really want to talk about that, like how the guys got caught, like Calvin Ridley got caught. People getting caught betting on games. Not betting. I don't want to say I'm not including saying nobody betting on themselves, but betting on the game that you're playing and how it's affecting even like performance. You know what I'm saying? Because basketball, even the most, like people are getting mad at players and getting players are getting like death threats and stuff like that. Not because they play, because you messed up my parlay. I need you to get under 25. You got 27. So what's the sporting like the real main thing we'll talk about that like the sport betting effect that it's having on the game and especially on athletes, bro. And like I'll go first. Like I think basketball gets it the worst because you can hear people. Football, you can't hear nobody. My helmet on, I can't hear you. Basketball, you can hear people saying, "Hey, yo, I need," like you know, heard KD said, "Hey, man, such I need you to shoot 2 more threes," and KD tell him, "Shut the f up." You know what I'm saying? Like it's a big business. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'll partake every now and again in it. You know what I'm saying? Real big business. Do I think it should be allowed? Yes, but in this world, what do you do to protect players from seeing the criticism, or can you? And then on the other hand, how do you have safeguards there so players don't get tempted by the bag? Like you got inside information. Let's keep it a
Yeah.
buck. Show your tiny got off with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable with saying that. Interpreter hey, interpreter said I did it and fled the country. You know what I'm saying? Hell show your tiny down like a real one. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. But like, how do you feel if somebody get caught betting on their game? Do you feel worse they're betting on the game itself? Like not on the game I'm playing on the game itself. Are you cool with that as like I mean I know it's they can't do it, but are you cool with that more morally than like what they're accusing Malik Beasley of betting on games he played in on himself?
Yeah.
Like that part is tough for me because it's hard for me to respect you betting on yourself because what are you betting? Like, oh, I can push the line where everybody doing this. Hey, my man, go bet under 10. I'm gonna make sure I don't get that. I'm gonna make sure the over for total points is right. Like, and some of them takes people been clipping up looks bad.
Yeah, like the intensity, like those. I know what clips you're talking about. Like his intensity level from like quarter two to quarter four, night and day. But
Yeah,
uh, betting on the entire game, it's like, damn, bro. It's like at first, we always had, people always like to run with their conspiracy theories and like, nah, this game is rigged or nah, this game, the refs were cheating for this. It's like, bro, now it's literally in your, we can see it. There's proof that players themselves are kind of altering the game, taking away from the experience.
yeah,
Just it had to always lie in the hands of like the ref. It was always like some mythical guy in a back room that's just pushing the button. That was what conspiracy theorists told us. But now we got proof nowadays that now these actual players are moving and shaking and kind of changing the course of a game. For a game itself, I hate that. But sports betting does allow for certain things like Malik Beasley being accused of like prop bets. Prop bets are a big vulnerability and when it comes to like sports betting and how it meshes into the game. Like Ann said, I can make sure I have under 10 rebounds. I can make sure we get this many assists or this many 3-pointers or free throw, whatever the prop bet is set for. That's a major vulnerability that professional players are taking advantage of.
yeah,
And, you know what I'm saying? And those also come out for those that partake. Those are usually what's leads in these 3-4 legged parlays. Those
yeah,
are the ones that crush at the end of the day. And, you know what I'm saying? So you can't blame the players, so to speak, for taking advantage of the same system that the fans are heckling them for.
yeah,
Like, hey, like you said, I'm also when it stands saying, hey, bro, I needed that 3-pointer. Or hey, bro, I need you to get this board. So we designed the sports betting system, this framework to bring more fans into the game. But what you accomplished that, yes, but what you also brought is people betting their damn livelihood and betting their weekend on the performance of somebody that's out there just trying to play for the love of the game, which is, at a certain point won't even be existing.
So like,
So like,
yeah, big echo.
And and in response to that, I just got done mentioning prop bets.
Yeah.
What the league is starting to do, or some policies are starting being put in place, where like these betting menus are starting being a little bit more interactive and just changing at the drop of a dime. So there isn't really like a set it and forget it type bet, or whatever was the parlay earlier today ain't gonna be effective come game time. That won't be in place to kind of discourage, putting those side bets in, you know, a day or so ahead, or getting a money line right, leading up to the game. It's going to change, what I'm saying, while we're going into game time, to kind of discourage not only the players but the fans and all those who are engaged with betting on sports, not to really get too comfortable.
But like, my thing is like, how are you gonna keep policing it? Like, I get the fan part of it. I think for athletes, I'm sorry to say, it's gonna be like with fans talking crap about their parlay. It's gonna be like one of the things that come with the gig. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's gonna be one of the things that come with the gig. I think it's just like it's a new trash talk. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, it's not really just like the over under bet who win the game, fantasy football stuff. It's the parlay betting. It's the it's like you said, the prop betting. You know, people betting they whole rent money, whatever, for a parlay to hit. Uh my thing is, what does the leagues have to do for young people not to get enticed by saying somebody coming to them like, "Hey, yo, do this for me." Yeah, you making millions, but people like quick money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can get you 500,000 a week if you just, you know what I'm saying, look out for me on this. Make sure this line hits this. And the only reason why I look, like I'm saying, with the Malik Beasley thing is, my man, like he was living a little fast. I don't know who he got to take care of, like he was living a little fast. My prime suspects for debt. You know what I'm saying? People that's in debt, prime suspects for people to get them. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I know, even with some jobs, like you can't get some jobs if you're in too much debt
yeah.
because you're a prime suspect for like for what's this word for
I know it's like an insider threat, or you're
yeah, yeah.
you
So
know
like some of
you
these,
got susceptible conditions on you.
yeah, to be bribed and everything like that. So like for the case like with Malik Beasley, prime suspect. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying the brother innocent, innocent until proven guilty, but like he a lot of debt, making millions, but I need a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So how do I get that? Okay. Hey, let me get with this dude. Let me play with the line. Make sure this line is right so I can make an extra 500,
Yeah,
500,000 every game or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how you police the fans. The fans are gonna be the fans.
yeah,
But we're starting to hear more and more cases of this sports betting thing with athletes. Heard a little case in college where they was investigating that. Like I don't think it's the end of what we're about to hear about this, only because it's big money, man. I mean, it's huge money in this. Like I think they put the numbers out. Like you see the numbers that they just do for the Super Bowl. It's crazy.
yeah. It's a lot of quick flips into it, and I mean, and for a cat like Malik Beasley, I don't want to keep harping on, bro. Like Lord knows he already got he got enough on his shoulders
Yeah.
already. But you know what
Diddy
I'm saying, for
coming
a
back
cat like
from like not too happy with the Diddy verdict. Hey, bro, you might want to take the police. Keep it a buck.
him, you know what I'm saying. But a cat like him, bro, he's on a 1 year deal. He a role, role player coming off the bench. You know what I mean? Like, I think his deal was like all of what, 6 million, maybe some incentives. Probably, after taxes and after everybody get their cut. You know, it probably ain't. You probably need a little bit more cash in the bank, especially as the league is starting to investigate. Bro, you had some good debt on him, but the league's only response is I don't. It's not too far drawn to say like they might start having like an internal affairs department. Trying to like discourage just dedicated to
Gotta
sports
protect the
betting.
integrity of the game. It's not like boxing where you can bet on yourself and everything like that. But like boxing always been tied to gambling and some bull crap.
Yeah,
But
and yeah, boxing tied to.
basketball, football, huh?
I said boxing was at one point,
A
if
mob.
not now, it's always tied to the mob and
Yeah.
mafia.
But like football, you gotta protect the integrity of the games. You gotta have some internal affair. You gotta protect the integrity of the game.
Yeah,
Like, because them sports, I'm sorry, football and basketball, if people don't believe, if they start believing this stuff is rigged, it's a hard watch.
yeah, yeah. Nah, and mind you, just getting away from what's to inspire the younger generation to want to be involved in something like that. you
Yeah,
know, uh, in boxing is one thing, but your leaders of the next generation, whenever time 9 times out of 10, they're looking up to your Patrick Mahomes, looking up to your LeBrons, they're looking up, to the person that we're used to seeing on the Wheaties box and whatnot. Those are the athletes that we're looking to, and they're supposed to be up. We're believing that they're upholding the shield, they're upholding the idea that we're playing for the love of the game. And if we know that the love of the game, if that same shield, that same banner, that same league is morally corrupt at the end of the day, because we got cats like Jonte Porter or Terry Rozier or Malik Beasley or whatever the case may be, that's kind of stepping on it, it's like, all right, bro, well, shit, I know if I could throw them some money, what makes them different than, a racehorse? Because I said, they're just going to be little down to a racehorse at the end of the day.
yeah.
So, I think they're doing the NBA. Well, I'll say not just the NBA, but professional sport league wise. A lot of investigative services have picked up. The net is they're casting a wider net for
Yeah.
things like this. You know what I'm saying? It's getting tougher and tougher for those things to kind of slip through their fingers. You know what I'm saying? They kind of finding that needle in the haystack. So that's kind of being proven by some of the players that's getting popped for it. Um, so and just picking up, like I said, making things a little bit more tougher just to bet or to make the odds a little bit harder to capture by changing the betting menu, changing the prop bets. Um, upping the scrutiny, upping the punishment for certain things. Like I just got another mention of Jonte Porter. Boy, he just got banned. One and done. You know what I'm saying?
Got to. Got to. I mean, it can't be no like, oh, it gotta be banned until further notice.
Yeah.
Got to. It can't be like no year or nothing like that. Like, I really think that's what it's gonna be. Like football, they let Calvin Ridley, they suspended him for a year. But he was doing
Mhm.
he was like waging fantasy football. It wasn't like he was waging actual like fan duels or no prop betting. He was like doing wagers in fantasy football wager league. Um, but if, like you said, if you're like prop betting and betting on yourself, I mean, what other punishment can you have? Like, can you
Yeah.
do a 3, 4 year ban, 5 year ban? Like, it gotta be just banned, and then like do some reformative stuff, and then maybe you can get back in the league that way. You know what I'm saying? But like off the rip, we gotta be banned from the league, right? Because like, you gotta protect the integrity of the game.
Right.
Got to, and that's just where it is with that, man. And like I said, as far as fans go, yeah, you want fans to act better and things like that. But I think it's just gonna be par for the course, man. It's gonna be what it is. And like betting has always been around. You can go to any golf course, they're betting in the golf courses, they're betting in the billiard halls. Sports betting has always been around. We're betting in the fantasy leagues, you're betting everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just now for the states that have it more mainstream and more access to, because now it's on our phones.
Right.
Uh, but like, I do think it's helped the sport. I think it's brought new eyes. I think it's brought maybe good and bad. But I think like viewership is up in I think a lot of new eyes came around now that sports betting is around. You know what I'm saying? Now people watch the game and see their parlay hit. Oh, did he score this touchdown? Oh, did he get this 50 yards? Oh, did he get 20 points? Like, now people are watching the games maybe to make sure they bet hit, but they're watching the game nonetheless. You know, and that's what you want in the day. You want eyes. You know,
but that's the deal. You know, and that's the deal that comes with it, right? You gotta take the good with the bad and vice versa, right? You know what I'm saying? So if it is that, hey, we gotta up our intentionality with, you know, certain areas, or, you know, we got a couple blemishes in the shield, it's like, all right, bro, we gotta also understand that, hey, the viewership is going up. You know, these things there's a positive and negative impact on the sport or sports in general. We got to be willing to accept that. That's the deal they made when this whole operation went live. So I think it get better. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going, like I said, making those lines tougher.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it'll be better. It'll be better moving forward.
Yeah, man.
Somebody got to be an example.
God, hey, man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? This whole episode, man, is sponsored by goofy ass people, i.e. Secure Store, Shakur Stevenson, RG3. You know what I'm saying?
Scan the QR code, get you a clown.
Dude, like that whole, like I was coming on here to talk about Shakur Stevenson and Carr. We'll talk about it post. We'll talk about it next week after the post fight. That jump's so bad. I don't even want to help you get promotion for like. And I know we ain't no big platform, but I ain't even trying to help you like sell no tickets, bro. I'm not. And I was ready to talk about the card. It's a damn good card, actually. Pretty good card.
We didn't even get to get into the co-main. You know what I'm saying? Like Berlanga's on there, Morel. But that's the point, bro. You did something goofy that just took our whole attention off something that's just quality of the sport. Like there's still the average guy out there, which is why we made this platform. It's for the average guy that still enjoys his sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't make the experience worse just because you want to run your mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be outlandish. Just because you're young doesn't afford you the luxury or the opportunity to be stupid.
Yeah.
You can just be young and don't know no better.
So yeah, we'll talk about it next week. We'll talk about the fights. I think there's gonna be some really good fights in there. We'll talk about what happened after we get it, and then hopefully the pay-per-view stuff be out a little bit too. Hope it worked, bro. And RG3, hey, bro. Never mind. It is what it is, man. We're gonna leave this episode just how we started it, because playing the same thing, playing the same man, one of my favorite artists. But like that, man. IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. My name is Anthony. It's my main man, Kenny. Catch us right here on YouTube every week. Like, follow, share, subscribe. And like that, we're out.